Hey man, if you've got a Pisces moon placement, I'm just here to validate something that you Pisces moon placement people must just come to terms with. You guys are very extremely clairvoyant, meaning in the South African context, hulle sê jy's gebore met die helm, you are born with the veil over your eyes, but you born with flippin' veil on veil on veil over your eyes. And it's normally this Pisces moon placement that's responsible for you guys also not feeling too comfortable with how much you see on the other side. And it's the reason why you feel like a black ass sheep out here in the spectrum. Not many of you are understood in how you have to operate. Whilst everyone else is parading around worrying about money, worrying about a job, relationships, you out here trying to concentrate on someone talking to you from the other side. You out here trying to understand, did you really see Uncle Bob there in the hallway? And it happens young with you and it stays with you guys, but it is prominent. And because you have it in Pisces, it's not going to go away. You can try all you want, but there is a certain acceptance that needs to take place. If you have this placement in Pisces, you're going to see things beyond the veil. You are gifted that opportunity. But I know you're not going to see it as a gift, especially if the context of what you're seeing beyond the veil is shitty. See, I've always been a fan of anything paranormal. And lo and behold, I find out that I'm one of you guys. But you people, Pisces moon, you have it in a way that I can only admire but also empathize with, because remember what Pisces is. Pisces is the fish that is up and the down. And you have it in your emotions. Moon represents your connection to emotions, and that's why you guys will just have a softer disposition. You guys are like marshmallows. But imagine a marshmallow is also seeing the tenderness of a marshmallow, is also bloody seeing the polarity of that which is on the other side of the veil, still in third dimension, but it's on the other side of the veil. So whilst people are talking to you here at work, you are just normal Jessica, John, people are talking to you face to face here at work. These people are out here also having conversations with people who have passed on, either linked to the individual, or they can go into a space and just be like, hey Nathaniel, there's a man over there. He passed away like 100 years ago, and he's just talking. And you can have attachments that stay with you and linger with you if your mom and your dad didn't teach you how to either have faith and then use faith as a grounding tool, so that when you see, you only see what you meant to see. It mustn't be a case of, hey man, I have clairvoyancy and I just see everything. And even saying clairvoyancy, I feel like I'm watering down what you guys experience, because it's phenomenal what you guys have as insight, but I also know it's overwhelming. These people go onto a highway. Whilst you, the driver, you just see lights and other cars and the little lights on the flippin' highway on the road. A Pisces moon person is out just seeing decapitated people. They're seeing bent in time, different accidents, people, ghosts, paranormal, good, bad. It's shitty environments that they are seeing, and it's overwhelming. And there's no psychologist and psychiatrist that's going to help you. There's no pills that help you. Then these people who have this blatant connection to seeing, if they are related to a religion, sometimes there's extremes that go on with them. So they go straight to the imam. Mother and father says, nope, we're taking you straight to the imam. We're going to close off the gift. And then whoop, now this is not open anymore. But I'll say there's something's not going to be lacquer with that person as they grow up, because you're closing a side to them. that it's like it's not a mistake that they're born like that. It's not an inconvenience that they're born like that. Yes, it's overwhelming to see the spectrum of what they see on the other side, but you want to take them, this child, this person, you want to first let them establish confidence, because I can't stress to you enough, confidence in your intuition and in yourself. When it comes to your intuition, when you're a confident person, yes, like then you move with that skill like Harry Potter. When Guardian Leviosa, you know, you're a little bit like Hermione, because Hermione don't bullshit. She know what she know. And in using this comical parable, it is nearly important for you to become established in the power of confidence that is rooted in your stomach, which will allow you to then wield that sword, which is your intuition, Pisces moon, when it comes to seeing beyond the veil and dictating that as you see that which is on the other side, it also sees you. And you not a little flippin' hyena, every time you see them, you want to run away. When you are grounded in a faith that works with you, and you have equally found your voice, you now can stand in that veil, but know who you are beyond the veil. And it has very little to do with how you identify with all the shittiness that sometimes is linked to your upbringing, because a Pisces moon also goes through some very hectic trauma. If you are metaphysically sensitive, like someone who's clairvoyant, you see things, you out there connecting to people, talking to people, they just blatant talking to you, then, hey man, I didn't make the rules. I also am one of those people, and I just realized if you're intuitive, you're going to go through some stuff also in your life. It's like there has to be a relationship with, the more sensitive you are, the more hectic your flippin' life is going to be as a human being when it comes to emotions and trauma. And then on top of that, you got Pisces managing your trauma. I get it. So, confidence is one of the themes that we just finished the Pisces bootcamp. And I told those who are Pisces moon, I said, it's important to establish that confidence in your stomach, a connection to faith. And then once you have found yourself, that's when you can kind of operate very differently beyond the veil. You don't have to only think about protection, because there's beautiful things to see on the other side of the veil that you won't be able to articulate to the people. And that's also why confidence is in your stomach, and in equal measure, creativity is in your stomach. So having a Pisces moon energy means that your creativity is on another level. If we can establish that, creativity becomes, whether through talking, whether through your hands, drawing, creativity is endless. You will be able to articulate with confidence what it is you see, the good, the bad, but in a way that helps educate and teach, because Pisces is a teacher energy, zodiac placement. There's a thing about teaching that it offers, not in the literal sense, but in an expansive sense. So you, through creativity, by establishing your uniqueness, because that's the essence of creativity, it is who you are. And if you know you are different and you know you have a unique disposition, that means that there is treasure to put out. How you find that route out is part of the journey, and how it connects to your intuition is part of the journey. It's something that not many people see, which is essentially creativity. It's what not many people see, not many people hear, and it's unique. But you have to understand how to, remember there's two fish, you have to understand how to regulate that circle, regulate that emotions, and not allow anything to be stuck at all. And normally Pisces moon people have an issue in, like, for example, setting boundaries, because you're so sensitive and it's a moon placement. So setting boundaries, saying no, establishing enough, Normally it's people who get taken advantage of, whether it's with your boss, whether it's in a work environment, whether it's in a relationship, or whether it's even with your family, a father especially. There's a very important coming into your voice, coming into the idea and the theme of enough. But all of these things prepare you for a strength that you need to establish on the other side of the veil. I'm a teacher when it comes to these things. I am passionate about moving from fear to faith, because I don't think we are living in very interesting times, peeps. And this old school idea of just always being fearful of things on the other side of the veil, it must come to an end now. So think of me as Hagrid or Dumbledore. I'm on that side already, living in that 4-dimensional, 3-dimensional, beyond the veil. I also am born with the, if you got vibes, then you can, I'm transparent, you can read me, you can feel it, I'm there. But notice how I float on that side. Notice how I talk about these themes. Feel the fluidity in how I bring this energy across to you and say, whilst you are sitting there, oh my word, I see things. I'm like, I wish I'm with you when you are seeing these things, and you take my hand, or you just feel my aura in the same place where you have fear. And it doesn't matter what you're seeing, a ghoul, a demon, a auntie, a flippin' mother. Sometimes you guys see things that we can't even describe. Don't worry, if you do a reading with me, we'll go into details. You know, the entities, that which is not named, not dark, just, Nathaniel, I saw this, and I'll be like, oh yeah, they part of the ecosystem here. Not many people talk about it, but I know. The Fae is one of many different, a spectrum of things that exist. But I wish you could be in confidence with those things and then see what happens. Because if there's an established essence in your core, you change the context of what comes to you, what is around you, and essentially you start attracting a different vibration. So it's not even about astral projection. It's about right now, it can be 12 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but what you see is different. And even if you go to places that are low vibrational, and then as a consequence, that spiritual loci shows you what's there, you will have such a strength where you show up there and you're not a victim to it. Because a Pisces moon can be very, oh my word, it's over. And I'm like, come now. It sees you, but can you not see it? And it must feel your vibe, and it must be golden. We want a yellow golden energy, and equally so white. That's where your faith comes into play. Those two colors as an essence and a belief that cannot be wavered in your energy dictates a very different, you don't have to worry about words. It just has the conversation for you. When that is established, then we move into another realm of what your Pisces placement offers you. And we've got time here on Earth. You want to milk it. So you've already experienced the things linked to your Pisces moon, whether it is seeing things, your relationship with death, knowing when something's going to happen. And a lot of these themes with Pisces moon, it's always like worrying and, should I take control? What must I do about it? Blah, blah, blah. But I teach confidence firstly. So before we even get into this is, how you manage the other side, blah, blah, blah. We must first get to, who are you? Do you know who you are beyond your name? Is there confidence in the body, the mind, the emotions? Have we at least regulated? And do we even know that we must regulate the emotions? And have we established the faith? And in what you are doing day to day, is there happiness? Is there joy? Is there flow? Is there peace? Once we've established who you are and your black ass sheep energy, then we must nurture that. Once we've established the nurturing, we can then move into the practices. In many cases, I've noticed that people want to, they know they're intuitive, but then you want to go suddenly astral project. Then you suddenly want to flip and open your third eye. Then you suddenly, and some of you are just born with the third eye open. And some of you just want to connect to the Palladians. And I say, hey, watch yourself. I don't know who your teacher is, but you are better off hula hooping for 15 minutes for free and moving your sacral chakra and your stomach and playing. That is more effective than trying to flip and go do past life regression and wanting to just go astral project, and you don't realize that that is doing you more harm, because you want to move from a place of grounding, deep grounding, move from a place of confidence. And half of these people who just talk about astral projection and just go, they just want to open this up, but they don't take that same concentration in stomach, in grounding, in confidence, in creativity, in knowing who you are and establishing that as a nice rooting here on planet Earth before you just go up into the, oh, Palladians, oh, I can astral. Yellow Mensa, you make me sick, because you yourself are sick and you're hurting a lot of people who end up in psychosis. Now they're sitting with a whole bunch of people in the in those spaces where they just say, yeah, no, we must just give you medication and that's the only way we're going to look after you. I like teaching people very differently. I'm one of you, and I've been given the gift of just knowing the balance in how to first establish a root, and then we do the work on the outside, because how it's as above so below type of situation. So if you get this human part right, what we see on the other side regulates as well. You don't do it the other way around. So I share this for those who have Pisces moon placements. If you don't know if you have a Pisces moon placement, but everything I've just said resonates with you, go check first. And if you do have that placement, when you're ready, not now, not immediately, when you're ready, please listen to your gut, not this. When you're ready and you need guidance and you need help, reach out to the go to the website. You either join a boot camp that aligns with you, or you book a reading, or you sign up to that psychic development program where over 6 weeks you work with me. But it's very important for you who are gifted that you first consult God, first consult your people, and establish a connection, because you mustn't come as just you alone when you work with someone like me. You must come with your people. So before I work with you, I'm going to ask you in that email, did you consult the way I said in the video you must consult? Because if they said, yes, work with Nathaniel, there is alignment, work with Kana, there's alignment, then there's a preparation in the root that is already there. Then it makes my job easier. But if you know that it's not time yet, that you need more time, and they never gave you that validation, and if you're overthinking it, then you know, give it another 5 years, give it another 10 years. Don't worry, I'm still going to be here. But respect time when it comes to this area of your life and this area, because it's not like consulting a psychiatrist. It's not like a psychologist. It's not like a counselor session. This theme that we are playing in is not about how quick you deal with it and then it's just about fast. We don't do that. Not with a Pisces moon. It's not about urgency and quick and fast. It's about, did you first consult? Does your discernment say this is my teacher? And if your community says, there's alignment here. I spent 2 weeks. I even fasted, Nathaniel, and I waited for 3 signs, and all of it pointed one by one to you. I even stopped following you, and there was still an alignment with working with you. Then I'll say, sharp. I'll confirm it on my side. If there's alignment, then we can work. But I want to respect the fact that not all of you are meant to work with me. All of you maybe are meant to get the awareness out of this video. But only a minimum of you must work with me, because I'm not for everyone. But this also encourages you to find a community so that you go to the right teacher, you go to the right shaman, whoever it is, even if they don't go by a title. Me, I'm just Nathaniel. I don't like saying I'm a shaman, I'm just Nathaniel. You'll find out who and what that means when you get to know me. But at the minimum, you must know that each different, unique, established connection to intuition and people who are intuitive, you guys are a spectrum. So everyone has their teacher, everyone has their guide. Wherever they are, you will find them if you go to God and you go to your people, and it will be just clear. You will feel it in your stomach. You're intuitive. You know it. You don't need me to say it. But I just want you to know that we can't stay in fear when it comes to your intuition. We can't stay in that victimhood anymore. We need to shift. Things are getting interesting there on top. Things are getting interesting here inside. I've just noticed the veil is thin, Mensa. So, yeah, let's not go through this alone. Let's move from the victimhood into faith. And I'm here to be of assistance only to who I'm meant to look after, who I'm meant to teach. And keep in mind, there's no codependency here. This is not like those bullshit flipping nonsense where you go see the person every 2 weeks. I teach differently. Teach you once and then I leave you. And then you must go fly now. There's no coddling. Oh, Nathaniel. I teach you. Your stomach gets strong, open, flow, and then you go fly. And then it's like a butterfly effect, because someone in your family 9 times out of 10 has the same vibes. And based on a nice strong stomach, powerful stomach, if we give you that gold energy, solar plexus energy, confidence, creativity, connection to the depth of who you are, you're going to establish that connection to those beyond yourself in your family. They're going to go to you as you go to me. Now you the catalyst of change in your family, as opposed to victimhood. This is powerful, man. But I first want to validate you and your uniqueness in being that Pisces moon placement. It's a powerful placement. Woo! I'm even jealous. I wish I was Pisces moon.